Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. So I'm gonna do kind of more of an in-depth reading and kind of see what is going on with us at like a deeper level. Kind of like what the purpose is and just get some spirit messages. The only thing I do want to say that like just kind of came to me to tell you guys is like a lot of you guys are getting little bits of information. Is not really made fully clear to you. You might be having an idea or something that excites you. You might be doing something or preparing for it in some way, and then it's like you get blocked or you stop or certain things like that. Hi, come on. Give me a kiss. One of these days, guys, she's gonna kiss me on camera. One of these days. One of these days. One of these days. She was sitting outside with me and decided she wanted to go for a run, so she had to sit in my lap the rest of the time. But anyway, so you're getting like kind of ideas or just kind of bits of information, but there's not really like a ton of energy or motivation for it. You might have like a little bit of energy or motivation for it, and then you get stopped or you just kind of get blocked or stuff like that. So kind of what Spirit's saying to me, come here, let's sit with moms. Kind of what Spirit's saying to me is like, that's intentional, and it's not what am I supposed to do or not, and I'm saying that in quotes, not supposed to do. It's more so of every time that's happening, you're starting to see things at a deeper level. You're starting to see your blockages. You're starting to see where you're not open to receiving, where you're afraid, where there's other things going on. So for some of you, that might be like, oh, I have to invest money in this type of passion or creativity or something like that. And then so there's the fear of, well, what if I invest in it and people don't buy it, or people don't like it, or I fuck it up, or, nobody wants it. For some of you, it could also be relationships like, got fucking cat hair all over my face every time. It can be relationships like, oh, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if they decide they don't want to be with me anymore? What if, I put my heart down and I get hurt? Like, so it can be all kinds of blockages and things that are really like standing in your way of stuff. There is a lot of heaviness right now. There's a lot of releasing going on, really deep releasing, but also some of it's not very clear. You're not necessarily sure what you're releasing or why you're releasing it. You might be feeling like a range of emotions. I know for me, I've been feeling very angry the last few days, very heavy. Very heavy. What are we playing with? Hey, no, Sage, no. Hey, look at me. No, thank you. Where's your ball? Hey, no, look at me. No. Just literally like a fucking toddler. Hey, I said no. No, all right, you're going down. Oh, you almost knocked my big crystal over. No, you're going down. Damn. Anyway, so yeah, you might be having like a lot of emotions and stuff come in. Some of it is about what you think it's about, and some of it's not what you think it's about. So you might be getting clarity too of like where you're not really choosing yourself, or for some of you, it's like, nope. It's like you're not choosing yourself, and like, or you realize you weren't choosing yourself. And then you're kind of getting clarity to that to have the awareness, so you now do. For some of you, it's also, yeah, you're not choosing yourself, but then it's like you're choosing people who aren't really choosing you. You're chasing the wrong types of people. Like you're chasing people who don't matter, who don't care, be out of trauma. And the people who are there for you, the people who genuinely care, you're really not putting efforts in or caring about them or really showing them that. It's like you're taking them for granted. And a lot of people are learning like, what's the difference between their trauma? What's the difference between like their actual needs, that their needs are valid and matter, things like that. So kind of anywhere in a big spectrum of it, anywhere you're really disempowering yourself, where you're not really standing up for you. I noticed this for me, and I kind of got this message a little bit earlier where I was just like, I noticed like the same type of patterns with stuff. Like I always notice patterns with things. It's just the way my brain works. And partially probably trauma, but I also think at a deeper level, it is intentionally like that, because as soon as Spirit shows me patterns of something, now I go, okay, what's going on? This is the second or third person that I had a conversation with about this, or, whatever. So then I'll kind of shift into it and feel into it. I'll pay attention to it because now I'm seeing it 2-3 times, right? And a lot of times I think they want me to go into the energy to understand it. And lately I've been going into collective energy more and more and more, and I've been getting hit with collective energy more, and the fears and all the conditioning that we have, so I can help transmute it for other people and understand it. But I noticed this with my with my personal relationships is where I tried to express my needs, or I tried to, even doing it in a way that's not attacking or like where it's trying to put somebody down. It's like, this is what I need. This is why I need this. And I was almost feeling like maybe I'm asking for too much, like maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Kind of whatever people were saying to me, I was almost like listening to them instead of really reflecting on, is what they're saying true, or is like, whatever. And I got kind of this message today that part of the reason why I go through some of that stuff is to actually teach people. I didn't really explain it because I don't want to get into personal details, but kind of one of the things I realized is every single time I'm having conversations with people, this is where the self-reflection comes in, where I'm like, am I just saying it wrong? Am I not doing it the right way? Because the response I keep getting from people is coming at me, attacking me, invalidating me, ignoring my feelings. And I realized it's like their ego cannot handle the fact that they did something that might have hurt somebody else. Like they can't handle the fact that they weren't, quote unquote perfect or whatever. But what they're doing is they actually push me away. They actually ignore my fucking needs, and they put in less fucking effort. And then it's like always on my shoulders to repair it. It's always on my shoulders to have to keep expressing my needs. And I've gotten to the point where, as I've been seeing these things the last few days, I'm also very well aware that these people know that, because they've expressed that they're not putting those efforts in. They've expressed things to me that, you heard me and you're choosing something different. And kind of what I've realized is when those things happen, I always feel this responsibility to fix it, because if not, nobody's fixing it. And I've been so exhausted in these relationships that I'm realizing I can't do this. I didn't even realize I was doing this until the other day. I'm basically holding the fucking relationship up myself. And I was like, how is this okay? And I'm like, is this like a me thing? Is this like other people? Because I'm common denominator, right? Like I'm the one that it keeps happening in the relationships. And earlier, because I've been kind of struggling with this for like a week now, and earlier spirit kind of was like, you're teaching people how to let go of their fucking ego and how to take responsibility for things and how to come forward and fix things by me doing that. But the point is, I am so fucking exhausted from not all of my relationships are like that, just a few of them. I'm so exhausted from doing that I go, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. You either step up and you take responsibility for your lack of effort or your lack of whatever the fuck it is, or you don't. And like, I'm just going to sit here in my own discomfort and work through my own shit. And like, that's kind of where I've been. And they wanted me to share that because other people kind of struggle with this too, where, if we're self-reflectors, we always try to look at, am I the one causing this? Is this something that's on me? And that's the whole fucking point. The whole point is I will self-reflect. The whole point is I can see where I'm doing something wrong, or I can see where I'm putting too much this or whatever. And I will take accountability. I will fucking apologize for shit. Even if you don't say some shit to me and I know I'm doing something that maybe wasn't the best, I'll come in and apologize to you. And I'm like, why the fuck don't people do that? It almost pisses me the fuck off that you care more about your stupid fucking ego bullshit than you do about something you supposedly care about. So there's a lot of that type of shit going on. And we all have our own traumas. We all have our own experiences. We all have our own problems. But also it's not an excuse, because once you have awareness to the fact you're doing something that's hurting somebody you care about, that is your responsibility to fix it. If you don't have awareness to it, you obviously don't know you're doing something, and you can't really, I don't want to sit there and say you can't really, there should be no really blame, but like it's owning up to shit and taking responsibility and accountability, right? If you don't know you're doing something wrong, you don't know you're doing something wrong. But the second you have awareness to it, now you're making a choice. And now when you're not doing stuff that or you're doing something is hurting somebody else, you're making the choice to hurt them. You're consciously making that decision because you now have awareness to it. So for me, I've been really kind of struggling with a lot of these types of relationships as I keep growing and healing, because I'm starting to realize how problematic some of these are, how they're actually weighing me down, how I'm feeling like I need to shift my needs, or I'm feeling like I can't express myself because then I'm giving somebody shit, because I'm being too fucking much, because I'm asking for too much. My needs are too much. And I'm like, when I sat back and reflected the last week, I go, I'm asking for basic shit. I'm asking for basic shit. And I'm like, okay, so now I'm realizing that there's other shit going on. So as you keep growing and healing, you might actually start realizing there's more things going on in your relationships than you were aware of. And I think for me is I would kind of do what I did with my dad, which is, oh, well, they showed up for me this one time. Oh, well, this one time I needed them, they were there. But what I realized the pattern with that is it's things where they don't really have to put a lot of effort in. It's just like answering the phone once in a while if I'm going through something for that. It's not, I'm going to go drive to you. I'm going to go out of my way to do something. Anything that would make you have to go out of your norm or out of your, comfort zone or your own schedule, they're not doing. Whereas the second they need shit, I'm always there. It doesn't matter. Day or night. You need something, my ass is fucking there for you. You need me to go drive to you. You need me to go bring you, somewhere. I'm there for you. And I realized that that's not what's going on. And the other thing I realized too, and I'm sharing this because I know other people need this. The other thing I realized too with this situation is they say that like they make excuses essentially. And the excuses that they're making, I'm seeing them do for other people. And so I'm sitting here and feeling insecure or feeling jealous or feeling these emotions. And I'm starting to realize that the reason I'm feeling those is because subconsciously, they're actually expressing things in this way. Their words and what they're saying are not matching their behaviors and actions and energy. You're sitting here and saying you care. You're sitting here and saying you're not doing this, but then I'm seeing you literally do it for other people. So it's not out of your scope to do it. You're just making the active choice not to do it for me. And then you're making excuses. And I started realizing that no, it's not an insecurity. No, it's not a jealousy. No, it's not that. What you're doing is you're activating my trauma and you're activating the shit that my parents did where they fucking gaslighted me, where they did for other people instead of me, where they were telling me I'm not worthy and enough and stop. And it was activating all of those things. So for me, I'm sitting here and like, God, I'm so this, I'm so this, I'm so this. And when I look at my relationships with people who are actually there for me and show up for me, I have none of those emotions or feelings with them at all. None at all. So if you're struggling with that and you keep having certain feelings with certain people, there's a problem. There's something else going on, but sometimes we just don't have the awareness to it. And I know if you're like how I am, where we've had a lot of trauma, where we haven't really had good role models and relations. This guy is like on a fucking mission to annoy the shit out of me tonight. Come here. Here. You are like literally, I can feel your energy. This bitch is like, here, hey. You want me to throw it or not? Oh, fuck, I think I just threw it on like a shelf thing. Hold on. Come here, let me throw it this way. She got it because I could hear her playing. So yeah, like we don't always understand, like, are we asking too much or what our needs are we communicating effectively or did we do something that maybe wasn't the best and all that stuff. So as we're growing and healing, we're starting to understand these things deeper. And then it is our responsibility to make sure we're making choices that are best for us and we're choosing the right people, we're choosing the right situations. And that's how you heal and you stand in your power. But I think I started saying this is with those relationships, I started feeling like, Now I'm like, I don't want to repeat myself. I feel like I can't talk to you because I'm still hurting and still in fucking pain right now. And you already weren't receptive to what I just said. So now I'm feeling shut down. And when I feel shut down, how the fuck am I going to have a conversation with you when it's me always like having to fix things and do all this stuff? And it's making me realize that it's making me not want to be who I am. It's making me want to shut down. It's making me not want to fucking be open and talk to you because you're invalidating me and ignoring me. And so I'm starting to realize that I have given my power away so many times to people, even if they're not intentionally hurting me, they're still hurting me. And it's like, I've been giving my power away to people so much. And that's been like a really big thing that's been coming up for me. And I know collectively it's going to start following soon. Is where we're not doing those things, where we're going, look, this is my feelings. Can you listen to them or can you not? And if you can't, that's okay. But like, I can't really have a conversation with you right now because I'm too in my emotions and I need to process these and I need to handle them. And if you can't listen to them, that right there is a fucking problem for me. That's a fucking problem for me. If you can't hear my fucking feelings and my needs, that's a fucking problem. A lot of times, yeah, it's because those people can't hear their own needs or people invalidated them. Not an excuse. Not an excuse, because if we're having a conversation, it's at your awareness level, then what are you going to do to work on stuff to make shit better? Because relationships take work. Any type of relationships take work, jobs take work, everything takes changing things to, you know, enhance our skills in healthy, good, fucking positive ways and stuff like that. So you got to start somewhere. So anyway, if you are going through that or struggling with that, I hope that kind of helps you to see that it's okay to discuss your needs. It's okay to stand in your power. It's okay to take space from people until, you know, things resolve. Like, you don't always have to go, like, fix everything. You don't have to do everything yourself. And if you are, there's a problem and you know it's so fucking draining. Like, you might not even realize it when you're in this situation, but once you kind of take space, you might actually start seeing those things. So, and we just got the solitude card. Yeah or no? Okay. They don't want me to take the bottom cards. Okay, so we got solitude, truth. Didn't I just say once you take space, you might see the truth? Literally, how fucking funny is that? I guess we're doing it like that and we're doing it like this. And then we got material and spiritual prosperity and material harvest. So those are like very similar cards too. Really interesting. They just keep saying, make sure you stand in your power. If you feel like you have to change yourself, then take space from the situation until you're able to kind of adjust or allow the other person to like kind of step up and take like leadership or something, or kind of fix things. If you're the one who's always fixing things, like allow somebody else to do it. If you've already expressed your needs, if you've already communicated them. I don't mean if you haven't, I mean if you already have, okay? Hey, now I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Sage, I know what you're doing. Come here. You want attention. You're going to get attention. Might not be the attention you want, but you're going to get it. No, you're going to get all the attention you want. Okay, so with that solitude card and truth, it feels like a lot of towers are coming in, especially for the feminines, but I definitely get masculines too. Like, a lot of you guys are having a lot of towers coming, a lot of things seeming to fall apart. It's to help you get balance and to see the truth of stuff. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, it's really freeing you from the past. You just don't see it because as you're doing that, it's so heavy. There's so many emotions kind of going on. There's so many triggers coming up, but you're releasing the past. Kind of what I said earlier is like the energy you feel has to do with this situation, but it really has to do with the past where you're giving your power up or you weren't really choosing yourself. You were kind of lying to yourself, whatever. With the material and spiritual prosperity and material harvest, so what I get is like, once balance comes in, like you guys are kind of envisioning shit right now. You're kind of preparing, and they're saying like, revert back to what I said earlier, which is how you're like having the ideas or whatever come in, but then it's like the energy is not really following or it's temporary. It's because you're preparing for it and you're seeing the blockages and stuff. And as you're doing that, you're actually opening yourself up to allow it to come in a healthy, balanced way. And like, nope, sit, enjoy your mom's lap. I know I'm nice and cozy. I got my pants and all that on. Or no, you're going to go down. Nope. Okay. She's like extra as fuck right now. Extra. She has not been doing this all day, but yeah. They're saying things are going to start flowing in for you. Which we just got the increase card with that. Things are going to start flowing in for you. Just be patient with the timing because everything's like happening the way it's supposed to. Even if you don't really understand it, it's all happening the way it's supposed to. No. Okay, we got Angel 4 Directions, Increase, and Discovery. Hold on. That's the first card. That's the second and the third. I love how we got the increase in discovery. We got crystals in this one, and he's discovering like what looks like gold. So it's like, as you guys are growing and healing and you're coming into your soul truth, which is a thing we've been getting a lot of messages about, it's opening your path up to receive more and more of what you want. It's kind of slowly coming in, and you might have some, like you might be seeing some of it right now, but some of it might not be outward. Some of it might be internally. Like, and if you kind of reflect, you're seeing that even when shit's falling apart internally, you're so much stronger. Like things aren't really falling apart. Like you're just working on things that are unstable to stabilize them, really. It just looks like it's falling apart and it feels like it's falling apart because that's the illusion you're being presented with to help you rebuild. So it's stable and solid, right? But like, yeah, it's like these things are coming in and it's like, you're going to discover things that like you forgot about, things that you desired or you wanted. And like, I got this message a few months ago in one of the readings, and funny enough, this actually came up for me earlier. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It came up for me, and I go, oh shit, it was something from my childhood. And I was like, oh shit, that's what you guys meant a few months ago when you said that in the reading. And they're giving me, they're like laughing right now. They're giving me the same reading as like, you're going to discover parts of yourself that you didn't realize. Some of them are things that you really love about yourself that you stopped being or doing because other people, you know, didn't appreciate it, or, you know, treated you like shit, or made you feel like, you know, certain things were problematic or whatever it is, right? But it's also like you're going to be kind of going back to that purity, innocence energy you came here with before all the heaviness, right? And it's like you're going to discover things that you actually like love to do, and being comfortable with them and being okay with them. And as they're saying that, I'm actually getting these messages for myself. I remember I've always been this very shy, quiet kid. But when I liked you, I would talk your fucking ear off. Like, literally. Like, if I feel comfortable and safe with you, I will talk to you. I've always kind of been like that. And I still am very much that way. And they were kind of just saying to me as I said that, like, that's something with me where I used to just say kind of how I felt as a kid. And, like, I stopped doing that. And I'm starting to be more comfortable doing it again. What the hell else? They said something else to me, and they showed me from when I was a kid, but I already forgot what it was. Something that I liked. I don't remember. But anyway, and I think that's the whole same thing with like even like the whole, you know, podcasts and stuff like that, and like helping other people and stuff like that. That's something I've always liked doing, and I've always liked kind of helping people and like guiding people and stuff. They said some, man, it's gonna drive me nuts. That's all right, I'll let it go. It will come back when it's supposed to. They like literally blocked me. They gave me the message and then they blocked me like right afterward. Whatever. All right, let's see what else we got. Just that. Oh, okay. We got, ooh, jasmine sensuality. I love the smell of jasmine. I love it. It's so fucking relaxing. Like, it's such a beautiful smell. It's literally so relaxing. Anyway, okay. We got stars navigation. So some of you guys, like Spirit's saying, like, one, you're being guided, like that angel card, like you're being guided to grow and heal and stuff like that. But some of you guys might be getting more into astrology, not zodiac stuff, like astrology, like planets, stars, like connecting. And we got moon cycles and force diversity. You might be coming more into nature's elements. Okay, they just reminded me. Now I understand why they had me forget it. Nature's elements. So for me, I'm making candles to sell at the store. Intention candles I already got. Like, I just got the other pack in, so I already made, I'm doing, it's called like the yin yang intention set. So the black, I got the pearl ones. They're really pretty. The metallic ones. They're where I put the oils and herbs on them and stuff. So actually as a kid, I loved candles. That's what they reminded me of. You do not remember, Brittany? You used to literally stick your finger in the wax and play with the candles. I loved candles. I loved fire. I loved feeling like the energy of it. I'd stick my hand, not where it would burn me, obviously, but over the thing as a kid. And I could feel, you know, if the flame's right there, you could feel the energy, the power, the clearing and stuff. So I started actually just recently getting back into doing the intention candles. So I did one for myself. And then I'm going to sell just some sets as I'm drawn to doing it and stuff. But the one that I'm doing, I have two different groups. The first group, which I'll probably put it for sale in the next few days, I made one set of the candle. Just haven't made the other set. The first set is the black part, which is clearing cords and negativity and trauma and anything that really holds you down, perceptions, belief systems, people, situations, and kind of cutting cords to that. And the second candle is the innocence, the purity, connecting to your soul truth, who you always were and who you've always been, and being able to connect to that. So it's like a dual set with it. And then I got these cute little yin yang stickers. And funny enough, when I was a kid, I loved yin yang. I used to buy, like, if you guys were younger, you would, or depends on what generation you're from. I'm 36. So if you're from my generation, we used to have the Pogs. I remember I had the coolest fucking tube, and I had like the yin yang on the top. And then I remember I got one of the slammers, and it had this fucking like lime green, almost this color green. And it was like this holographic yin yang. So actually, funny enough, I forgot about that. I loved yin yang growing up too. I had really no idea why. I love the outdoors. I love herbs. I used to love going and picking shit. I used to love going outside in this trail that nobody knew about, and like go by the water. It was like my own private like sanctuary that like literally was through the woods nobody knew about and stuff. And I remember I'd go there and do stuff just as a kid. It was actually really beautiful. I'm gonna go think about this afterward, because actually it was a really peaceful place for me. Makes me want to cry. But yeah, like a lot of us are connecting back to earthly elements or things that we loved as kids, that we connected to, that we kind of got so humanly focused on all this other shit that we really kind of lost those parts of ourselves, or we even forgot about them. And I hope I'm triggering, because I could feel some people's energy as I'm saying some of this, like it triggered you to remember stuff from your childhood. Been helping people with like energetic coding. When I say certain things, it activates coding in you that you forgot about. That's a new thing I've well, not new, but that's a thing I've actually started understanding, the spiritual activation I do for people, starting to understand that. But I can feel people's energy being like, oh my God, I remember I loved playing with things when I was outside. I keep seeing somebody with actual rocks, like picking them up and just like loving them, or looking under them to see if there was animals underneath. Somebody that like loved just like, almost like I keep seeing like worms like underneath a rock. Like, not that you guys want to hurt the worms, like you actually just thought it was really cool they lived under there or something. So I'm seeing somebody's specific thing, but like, yeah, so like as we're healing these things, we're kind of connecting back to ourselves and things we loved. And this is also going to be stuff that's part of our purpose and passion. And it started in our childhood. It started in our youth. And we're coming back more into our inner child stuff. And I know for me, not yesterday, but the 2 or 3 days before that, I'd ordered Disney Plus for Hocus Pocus 2. I was so excited, but I kept it. And I was actually just watching a bunch of Disney movies, like the kid ones. And I just kind of spaced out. It was actually really nice. I've been going through so much heavy purging that for like a whole fucking day, I was just kind of spaced out watching Disney movies. It actually kept my attention, and it just felt really fucking nice. It just felt really good to kind of connect to the child part of me. And a lot of us are doing that. So with the stars thing, what I'm getting for this is like a lot of you guys are going to be connecting to like planets and specific stars or specific constellations and things that you loved as a kid. I remember I loved Orion's Belt. And I keep seeing Saturn. This has been kind of popping up for me. I still don't really understand it. Popped up in a reading. Ever since it popped up in a reading a few months ago, I keep seeing all this stuff with Saturn, and I keep being energetically really drawn to Saturn. I know I talked about this a few years ago. I had a vision about something, and it was one of the Greek goddesses, Artemis. But I didn't see, I saw myself with the antlers, all this stuff. It started coming back up, and then I looked it up and I realized it was her, but which Artemis was Orion's like lover. So it's kind of funny in mythology, of course, but like, I keep seeing deer and realize how much I actually love deer. And I keep seeing like the antler stuff, and I keep seeing all these different things. I don't really understand the purpose, but whenever they said Saturn to me, like a few months ago in the reading, and I was like, I don't know what this is, like whatever. We went direct with Saturn a few days later, so I realized that connection, but I don't think that's what it was. There's something else me connected to Saturn. I just don't know what it is right now. So a lot of those type of things are coming up. Like it's like little pieces of coding where it's going to have something to do with a bigger purpose, something that is all going to kind of be pieced together. So if you look at what you enjoyed as a kid, the things that you loved doing as a kid, the things you loved seeing, the times where you felt the best, where you felt the safest, where you felt the happiest, even in the shitty moments, like all of those things, get your ass out of my face. Hi, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me hers. All of those things are going to start coming back up for you guys. Or they're already starting to. They just haven't connected for a lot of people. They'll connect with you for you in the next few weeks. You'll see. And you'll be like, okay, now I know what she's talking about. With the moon cycles and the forest diversity, it definitely feels like you guys are, like I said, connecting more to elements and things that you really liked as a child, whatever it was for you. Collectively, we're healing a lot of stuff where we were taught like doing certain things or, witchy or bad or, shit like that. But we're actually realizing that a lot of these things are placed there for us to actually connect to higher energies and higher vibrations and, source and stuff. So a lot of you guys might be having the shadows or, hi. You might be having the shadows or fears of those type of things coming up as you kind of connect to yourself, but just kind of ground yourself and realize that whatever you actually like and you're being opened up to, if you still have fears of it, you're just working through your own like trauma or conditioning or belief system with it. It's not, they're not accurate. Like I don't even want to get into it too much. That's like a long ass topic. We're conditioned to be afraid of certain things that we shouldn't be afraid of, to kind of take us away from our own truth. For whatever, damn, these ones are just flying. For whatever purpose that is, at a spiritual level and a human level, that I don't totally understand. Damn, they really are flying out. But, yeah, so some of it you're just healing so you actually will open yourself up to it. Is somehow it like changes your energy with stuff and helps you grow energetically. Like if you didn't experience the fear and all that stuff and have to overcome it, it would just be like the energy would be lower. But when you have to overcome something and you have to work through the fears and you have to strengthen yourself through those fears, the energy and the vibration of it becomes expanded and way stronger. That's why a lot of times we have to go through certain things that we have to go through, and we also have to pick up on energy from those types of situations. That might not be for everybody, but for some people it definitely is. On the bottom, we got change your life and strength. Baby, hey, I know you're doing that because you're trying to get attention. Hey, come here. I'll give you attention. Stop doing that though. You're making a mess. Come here. You got like 1,000 toys. You have a whole box of toys. And then you got a whole bunch of balls that I throw for you. Nope. Hey, no. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go pick her up and give her so much attention. She's going to be like, she's going to leave and go take a nap or hide because she's just being a pain in my ass. Change your life and strength. So a lot of you guys are getting, and these are major arcanas. Actually, out of 8 cards, we got 5 of them that are major arcanas, major situations, major life events, things like that. Hey, come here. Stop. But yeah, you're getting perception changes, and it's helping you actually change things to help you see what true strength is, to help you see what true empowerment is, to help you see how strong you are, to help you grow and become the person you want to be, to help you have those support systems you want, to have the jobs and the visions and the dreams that you want. Is helping you realize like all of that's possible. But in order for that to happen, you have to release all the heaviness and all the shit that's kind of blocking it. That's kind of those intention candles. That's kind of what they're for, honestly, that I'm doing. So Spirit guided me to do, but I actually ordered it. I was like, fucking, my energy was pulling me toward it. So I did one of them for myself. I'm going to do the other one for myself either tonight or tomorrow. I did the black one for myself. And funny enough, I started doing stuff around the house, and I was like, I have to go sit down because I could feel this like heaviness in my chest. And I was like, I need to go zen out for a little bit. And like, yeah, that was fun. I mean, when you release it, it's heavy sometimes. Feels heavy in your chest sometimes. Okay, we got Ace of Raphael, the Chariot decision. So it's like some type of new beginning is coming for you guys. Something, I'm going to read you the bottom. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. Something new is definitely coming for you guys. It's going to be something that's very balanced. It's going to be something that's very exciting, something that brings you a lot of passion, something that's really part of your spiritual journey and one of your bigger purposes for being here. But like, you have to let go of shit that doesn't like serve you, and it's release yourself from that which holds you back, a need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So that's pretty literal. But in order to get this, you have to release all the things that aren't serving you. And this goes back to the message I gave in the beginning, which is you have the ideas and then you're getting blocked because you're seeing the things you need to release, and then it's opening back up, and then it's getting blocked because you're seeing like it's happening in steps, but it's bringing you to the bigger thing. And they're saying this to me, it's not what are you supposed to do, it's what do you want to do? What do you know is best for you, and what do you want to do? And this has been coming up actually in a lot of readings I've been doing for people, or people I've been talking to. They're like, I know I'm supposed to do this, or I know, I have to do this. And it's like, do you want to do it, or do you not? Spirit's not about what you're supposed to do. Spirit's about you doing what's best for you. You doing what's in alignment for you, what's in your truth. That's what is best for you to do, not what you're supposed to do. You're not a child. You're not going to be punished. It's more so, what is it you desire and want to do that serves you in the best way possible? We got 9 of Michael, Ace of Ariel, Solution. So funny enough, this is literally how it says unnecessary worry based on lack of self-confidence. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release your feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So there's definitely a lot of messages about that. Where you got Ace of Ariel, it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. And then you got Solution, success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So I feel like this kind of just goes with the theme of everything that's going on. A lot of you guys are being impatient. You're kind of worrying. You don't really see maybe what's happening or why it's happening. This is coming in for you. Like that abundance, you know, the relationships, the job, the career, the passions, the family, whatever it is, your friendships, support system, whatever it is you're desiring, it's coming in for you. That happiness is coming in for you and stuff. And it's like, you might not be able to see it right now. You might really be blocked. But if you don't have an answer or clarity, don't make a decision. Just sit with the discomfort of the unknown. And at the right time, it will naturally resolve. Or you'll have clarity of what you need to do or what needs to happen and stuff like that. And that's part of the patience is, hey, that's part of the patience. Part of the patience is not needing to rush into things, you know, like that's usually like a trauma response, not needing to, trying to figure out which one I want to pull from, not needing to rush into things, like learning to sit in the unknown, learning to surrender, learning to let go of control, like learning that you don't have to do everything on your own and you don't have to work as hard as you think you do. Man, the angels, messages are just flying out. You don't need to do all of those things. You just got to focus on like the present moment and now and what's best serving you now. And that's it. Okay. We got listen to your intuition. No, listen to your intuition. So for some of you guys, it definitely feels like you're getting Sage. Hey, stop. You're getting clarity and you're getting answers to certain things. Stop. Listen to that, but also be mindful that hold on. I'm just trying to make sure she doesn't knock shit over because she is really being extra right now. And I can feel her. She's purposely trying to like trigger me. I'm actually fairly patient right now. She's purposely trying to trigger me and cause chaos. I can literally feel her energy. This cat has taught me patience. I will say that, like, a lot of patience. With this, okay, listen to your intuition. It's first off, your intuition's always right. It's always accurate. No, okay. You might feel my energy from that, and it might have just given you a message, but they don't want me to say it. What am I allowed to say? I hate when they do that because like me being me wants to say it to help people, but also I know that you can feel my energy if you're supposed to. So you would have already gotten the message I just got if you were supposed to get the message, which is me releasing control and needing to say shit. So what I'm going to say about this is listen to your intuition, but also focus on the present moment and make choices that are best for you in the present moment based on what you're going through and experiencing. Okay. We're going to leave it at that. We got ask your angels to look for a sign. Hold on. I put these in upside down. So some of you guys might be feeling like your angels kind of, or your spirit team was kind of coming in. They were a little Sage. Stop. Hey, stop. If you want attention, come here and you can sit with me and I'll give you attention. You might have been feeling like your spirit team was giving you a lot of messages. You're really open. Things were coming in and then they kind of stopped. Ask and you shall receive. You need help with something? Fucking ask them. They'll help you. They might not be actively, communicating with you, but you might not hear them actively communicating with you like you were, but it doesn't mean they're not. So ask them. They'll give you messages in your dreams. They'll give you, certain signs and stuff like that. I get this elusive energy with this. It's almost like, and they're kind of smirking at me as I'm getting this, and I just start getting insanely fucking dizzy right now. Oh my God. I feel like they're literally spinning me around. Like this cyclone of tornado energy is just spinning above my head and is making me like dizzy right now. I've never felt it like that. Jesus. Whew, that is some shit right there. That's strong ass energy. With this look for a sign is like the signs are literally right in front of your face. You just don't see it. Like you're not seeing it. But hold on. You are seeing it, is just not clicking. You're not accepting it. This isn't be different for everybody, so only take it if it resonates. Some of you, it's like the signs are literally smacking you in the fucking face, but you're like, you're seeing them, but you're like, maybe this isn't true. Maybe this isn't real. Feels like some masculine energy, honestly. And it's like smacking you right in the fucking face and you're trying to ignore it. For some of you, it's like you're trying to avoid seeing what they're showing you. They're trying to show you shit and you're trying to avoid it. You're not really accepting what they're seeing. There's some type of fears and stuff there. So whatever is going on with you with the signs, Sage. Whatever is going on with you. She's so fucking cute. Whatever is going on with you with the signs right now. If it doesn't make sense to you, it will, because I'm getting like a few different groups. Like one group is like getting a bunch of signs and it doesn't make sense, but it's all going to kind of click. Like how I'm telling you about like stuff from my childhood. I don't really understand. I can feel the energy. I don't understand it. Some of you guys are in my group where it's not really clicking right now because it's not supposed to, but you already know things that are going to happen. So you don't necessarily need the validation from them. Whereas one group, it's like smacking them in the face and they know it's true, but they don't want it to be true. Or that's the wrong way to say it. It's not that they don't want it to be true. They're scared of the truth for whatever reason, and they're going through that. And then it's like the other side, it's like they're avoiding seeing it. It's like they'll purposely try to act like it didn't happen and trying to like look away or trying to like whatever the signs and stuff like that. Nope, that's not true. Nope, that's not true. Nope, that's not true. Which those two are kind of similar, but it just feels like it's like sometimes it's like thrown in your face and then you're like, let me just distract and ignore it, versus the first group, it feels like more so it's like literally hitting them in the face and it's just thrown in their fucking face constantly, like names, dates, words, fucking symbols, you know, shit like that. And it's just like they're like, this isn't true, this isn't real, no. And Spirit's like, all right, we're just gonna keep shoving it until you start believing it or some shit. I don't even know. It's kind of funny, but yeah, hold on. I just want to pull one more message from here real quick. Sage, stop. Fucking cat. I will say this about my fucking cat. I love this bitch, but like she drives me mental, but like seriously, she plays so much. Like that's, you know, how I throw the ball and stuff like that to her. She has like a bunch of fucking cat toys, but like I'll throw like paper balls or shit to her because she loves catching them and playing fetch. And I don't know what it is, but when I see her just being playful, it just brings out my inner child so much, and that playful, like innocent energy and stuff. Like I love it. Come here, give me a kiss. Give me kisses. No, she's like, fuck you, bitch. Okay, I knew I wanted to pull something else. Peaceful resolution. Whatever heaviness you have going on, whatever you're feeling that's not feeling great, or where you're not really understanding something, or there's a lot of, what are you staring at? A lot of heaviness or fears or something like that. She's like staring at something. It's gonna all resolve and everything's gonna work out perfectly fine. That's why they wanted me to pull the peaceful resolution. So I hope that this helped, and I hope you guys all have an awesome night.